It's a new week in the Crew Motorfest, and this week's theme is Ride Anywhere, and this is my summit guide. Let's go! Real quick before we get into it, I'm actually on vacation this week and I'm shooting this video, making this video on my laptop. So I apologize a little bit for the quality of the recording, the audio, and the video is a little bit less than what I normally like to put out. Anyways, let's get into it. The Summit Bundle this week cost you $266,000 and it includes the Suzuki RMZ 450, the Kawasaki KX 450F, and the KTM 450 EXC. Now, in addition to that, I do recommend grabbing the Yamaha motorcycle as well, and for that one, you're gonna need score breaker for your parts, and then you're also going to need a car for the long jump in the feats, and that one's also going to take score breaker. The score breaker does double the points on the long jumps, so you're definitely gonna wanna have that for both motocross and whatever car category you decide to use. I recommend AGP for this one, but you can definitely use Hypercar as well. All right, and lastly, if you're looking for the pro settings, those are on my website, militiagamingco.com. Click on Motorfest Tools, and you'll find them there. All right, let's get into it, man. All right, the first event is called Bridges of Robbie County. Now, for this one, there's a bunch of cuts, and keep in mind, these first 3 events, you have unlimited NOS. You basically can use the NOS button, let it go, and it'll refill instantly, and you can use it again. So just make sure you're hammering that NOS button from the start, and just refresh it by letting it go and pressing it again like every half a bottle. All right, for this one, you're gonna veer to the left a little bit right at the start, and then at this checkpoint, you're gonna cut it hard to the right and go across this this mound. Get back onto the water here, stay to the right a little bit, and then you're gonna make this left-hand turn. Again, stay on the NOS all the time. Go to the right of this flag, go across the beach. This one seems a little bit faster when you're not taking the jumps. You lose a little bit of speed on the jump sections. Keep cutting this. Obviously, you're using NOS the whole time. Then when you approach this jump, you're gonna go to the right of the flag here, but don't hit the jump. Just stay on the sand here, on the water. You can stay to the right of this checkpoint flag as well. And then after this next checkpoint, you're actually going to be jumping to the right after this bridge. So just kind of, you know, don't take a big jump on that one. If you take a big jump, you're actually going to lose a lot of time in the air. After this checkpoint here, you've got the jump here. You don't want to take it. Stay to the left. Go in between that checkpoint and the jump. Then you can stay to the left of this checkpoint. You're just trying to cut every little second of time you can save by taking these turns a little tighter. This bike turns really, really well in the water. So you can take these turns super tight, and you have the NOS, so you're not losing any speed. Just continuously press the NOS button down to half, let it go, then press it again. On this next jump, you're actually going to be going to the left of it. You can go to the left of the flag, just get real close to it, just to make sure it gives you credit for that checkpoint. All right, at about 85%, you get into sort of choppy water. This causes the bike to handle really, really bad. I would suggest just getting sort of wider lines at first. So just try to stay a little wider, and then you can kind of cut it back and make sure the bike doesn't fail. I actually lost a lot of speed here because the bike was jumping all over the place. Probably could have got a little bit better time, but it is what it is, man. Just try to control the bike and survive in that spot. It does throw you all around, and if you have trouble with it, you'll lose a few seconds there, but it's really not that big of a deal. Anyways, let's move on. All right, this next event, I have a path here that gets you almost a full score. Now, obviously, this could be optimized quite a bit more, but like I said, I'm on vacation here, and I just don't have the time to grind this event to find the perfect path, but the one I'm giving you here is absolutely achievable for almost all players, and you can get a really, really good score. So just follow this one. I'm just gonna let the whole thing play out for you because it does require a little bit of, you know, you need to know basically the entire path. So take a look at it. Everything that I do here is intentional, with the exception of maybe, you know, running into something here and there, but basically it's all intentional. So just follow this exactly and you'll be good to go. All right, the next event is called Riding the Waves. And for this one, it's literally riding the waves. The whole goal of this is to keep the bike as straight as possible. It's going to be thrown around by all of these waves. Just try to keep the bike as straight as you possibly can, going in the direction of the next checkpoint. It's going to be hard, and you're probably going to have to reset, and you might hit a few things, but this one is just annoying. So just drive through it. Use your NOS, just constantly be refreshing your NOS and using NOS the whole time. And as long as you make it through the checkpoints and you don't have any major slowdowns by cutting the waves super hard, then you're going to be okay. Now, you do gain a little bit more speed by using NOS on the way down versus on the way up when you're jumping, so keep that in mind. But as long as you don't hit any of these checkpoint buoys and you keep it going in the direction you need to go, you'll get a good score. So anyways, let's move on. All right, the next event is called Digging the Dirt. And for this one, this was actually my favorite event of the summit. It was the most fun to do. I love using all of these wall rides and things like that. So this one is, again, all about the path you take. So I'm going to go ahead and let my first lap play out. Know that everything is intentional. Keep track of where I'm using NOS. You're going to have to manage your NOS here because this one is the first event of the summit where you don't have unlimited NOS. So make sure you're managing it properly, using it in the air. As far as the Gymkhana modifier, you basically can get that just with the jumps that you do. If you want to throw in a backflip here and there, that'll help you get it faster, but you won't be skipping any jumps by doing that. So my suggestion is just to run it as fast as you possibly can and use NOS in the air, and then you should definitely get the full Gymkhana score. So anyway, here's my first lap. Pay attention to this, and then we'll move on. All right, the next event is called Ducked Out, and for this is going to be the same as the previous one. I'm just going to let you see this first full lap. There are certain paths that you need to take, and your Gymkhana multiplier and your Gymkhana modifier will be done by the time you reach the finish line. There's plenty of jumps in order to get the full score. So anyways, just pay attention to this, and we'll move on to the last event. All right, the last event is called Motocross County Confrontation. And for this one, it's pretty important to take certain jumps so you can get your full Gymkhana modifier score. But by taking these jumps, you're actually going to be taking the fastest path as well. I think you could actually go a little faster if you didn't have to jump, but it's okay. Getting that full Gymkhana score is more important than going super, super fast. So anyways, let's get into it. On this first part, you're gonna cut to the right of the checkpoint and go ahead and jump in the slipstream path. You're gonna get points for slipstreaming and impact. So if you run into any of the other riders, that gives you another 60 points. I also threw a backflip, a double backflip on this first jump. Doesn't need to be a double backflip, but it does give you more points. Now this is the first part here where you're gonna jump over this mountain and regain with the road. Then you're gonna jump over this one and go straight towards the next checkpoint. This is actually the fastest path as well when you're in a car. Then kind of go up under this hill because you want to avoid as many trees as possible. I actually hit a couple here on the exit. You'll need to slow down here at 28% in order to make this turn. Just go ahead and use your NOS to get back up to speed once you make this right-hander as well. You'll take this jump here at about 35. Make sure you're using NOS on the way down as well. That's going to get you a lot of speed and carry the speed. Now you can cut to the left of this brick wall here at 42 and this flag. Just make sure you don't hit the wall at all. Then you have this jump here. Angle it to the left a little bit. You don't have to hit that checkpoint either. You can just go around to the left of it. And then when you hit this checkpoint at 52, just go straight towards the next checkpoint across the field. Motocross doesn't really lose speed by going off-road like that unless you hit like tall bushes or trees. You're going to hit this jump here as well. Try to stay a little bit to the right because you don't want to go wide. And then you're almost done with your Gymkhana multiplier, so you can skip a couple of these jumps. I would skip this one, and I would skip these two big ones. If you skip these two big ones, you save a lot of time. You're just going to have to hit the very, very last jump that's on this course, and you should be good to go. All right, and at this jump, you're going to angle to the right and use lots of NOS so you can clear that tree and get yourself in line with the finish line. Notice I didn't even hit that checkpoint. I just went to the right of it a little. That should get you a decent score if you can follow that route. All right, I'll let my feats play out in their entirety like always, and then I'll be back with the final scores. All right, here are the final scores. If you have any questions, send me a DM on Instagram or Discord. I'm going to be a little bit late to answering for this one just because I'm visiting with family and on vacation. So just send it over and I'll answer as soon as I can. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hope this helps. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.